Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine? Super fine? No. Last class we completed India's 37. India's 37. Have you done any revision? If you have done revision, of course there might be some doubt. Or if you have gone through the question bank, correct? In that any doubt, you can ask me first. Then we'll proceed to other chapter. Any doubt? Yes. Yes. Question number 7. Come to question number 7. Everyone. Okay, question number 7. Question number 7. This is question number 7. Okay. X chemical engaged in the chemical industry causes environmental damage by dumping waste in the river near its factory. It does not clean up because there is no environment legislation requiring cleaning up, and X chemical is causing damage for the last 40 years. As at 31st March 2002, the state legislature has passed a path breaking legislation requiring all the polluting factories to clean up the river water already contaminated. Means on 31st March the act has been enacted. Correct? The former gazetted notification law is pending. It is not yet enacted, but can I say virtually certain that it will be enacted? Because only what is pending? The notification is pending. How should X Limited deal with this situation? So of course there is a legal obligation. That para whatever we have done, you remember? Legal obligation arises when the act is enacted, but it is virtually certain that by the end of reporting period it will be enacted. It will be shortly enacted. So of course provision is required. What is doubt in this? This too I have done as an example. हम्म अंडरस्टूड ना. अच्छा तो देखो कितना अच्छा है. If the doubt is coming before exam, it is good na. So whenever any doubtful question is there, what you should do? What you should do? If any doubtful question, write down. Write down what? MRQ. MRQ means must revise question. Write down MRQ. Write down question number 7 right now somewhere so that you know that this question is doubtful. And if that is a question which is doubtful to her, it is doubtful to everyone. Huh? The doubt have not yet come to you because you have not read that question. Huh? So all questions, whatever is discussed as a doubt, should be given as a mark. Any marking do. If this question have doubt, so we should revise it again. These questions should require revision again. Write down everyone write down question number 7. Somewhere write down question number 7. Any other question? I might was a simple question. Any other doubt? Any other doubt? Concept doubt? Means till now you have not done question bank, na? You have not done read question bank. Why you have not done? Because the book was not given. That was the reason. Huh? What was the reason you have not done the revision? That I am asking. I am asking something. Why you have not done the revision? That I am asking to you all. The book was not given. That was the reason. Or PDF was not easy to read from your mobile or laptop. That was the reason. Or you don't have time. That was the reason. Give me any excuse, please. Start giving your excuse. I am talking to you all only. Respond. Why you have not done the revision? Now so no one is seeing me also. Means just try to understand. You don't have a dare to what? See me also. Means you know that you are guilty. You know that you are guilty. अरे बोलना रे. You know that you are guilty. So but realize that yes you are guilty. Huh? Realize that. चलो one question doubt came. Question number 13. Question number 13. Question number 13. One more doubt came. Live students are good. Always I find that face-to-face students are more lazier as compared to revision. And live student normally they ask doubt. I don't know what is the reason because they are also doing articles. Correct now? Are you able to? You are also doing articles. It does not mean they don't they have a lot of time. But normally I've seen means in from my last all batches that doubts come from live online students. Face to face student doubt will not come because I am with you now, physically available. For them I am not physically available. So that student are not dependent on me. You are totally dependent on me. You are totally dependent. You think that sir is there, he will do everything. Got it? Change yourself, otherwise ICI will change you. Change yourself, otherwise ICI will change you. First class I have said 1 hour minimum revision is required. First class already I have said, and I said that you don't follow my suggestion. You will not follow my suggestion. Then also I am just informing you that 1 hour please do revision. I requested you all, but you will not follow. You will not follow now. I said even though you don't have time, sleep for sleep 1 hour less. That also I have said. Are bulna re. I said that also na. If you sleep for 4 hours, you will not die. If you sleep for 4 hours, you will not die. Got it? But chalo theek hai. Let me start question number 13. This is also a very good question where doubt will come. I was expecting this question and doubt came is this student who have asked that doubt, he has gone through all the questions. It means X Limited is operating in the telecom industry. During the financial year 2001-2002, the Income Tax Authority sent a scrutiny assessment notice under Section 143, subsection 2 of Income Tax Act 1961 in respect of the return filed under Section 139 of the Act of previous year 2000-2001. What is the current financial year 2001-2002? And you can see this is the previous year 2000-2001. An initiated assessment proceeding on account of deduction claimed by the company which in view of the authority was inadmissible, means they have disallowed. Correct. During the financial year 2001-2002 itself, the assessment proceedings were completed and the assessing officer did not allow the deduction and raised a demand of 1 crore. Oh my god. Against the company. The company contested such levy and filed an appeal with the appellate authority. You know appellate authority? Correct. At the end of financial year 2001-2002, the appeal had not been heard. Means still now it is pending. There is a contingencies. Correct. The company is not confident. Company is not confident. They are not confident. Huh? They are not confident whether the company would win the appeal. However, the company was advised by legal counsel that on a similar matter, two appellate authority of different jurisdiction had given conflicting judgment. One in favor of the SSE and one against the SSE. So already there were two similar judgment, but one was in favor of the company, one was against the company. The legal counsel further stated that it had more than 50% chance of winning the appeal. However, as per the advice of legal counsel, they are of the view that 50% chance, more than 50% chances of winning. Please advise how the company should account for the transaction in the financial year 2001-2002. Correct. Now just try to understand doubt is what? Ki there are two opinions. One is management opinion that they are not confident. One is legal counsel opinion that they are confident that 50%, more than 50% chances they will win. Correct. Now, there are two viewpoints in these questions. Correct. Are you able to understand? And however, there were two similar judgment, but one was in favor and one was against. My question to you all, if you are preparing the financial statement, you will take whose viewpoint? Management. देखो आया ना answer came. You only said management. If first preference you should give to whom? Management. Means your answer should be based on the opinion of management or legal counsel. And the same has been given that as means they have given that because who is not confident? Management is not confident. Therefore, can I say it become probable? It become probable. Therefore, what is required? Provision is required. However, the answer is given this only that provision is required. In the present case, the company is not confident. Therefore, they should provide a liability of 1 crore. Provision is required. Correct? However, you can give an alternative answer. Best answer is this. Means if you are writing as per legal counsel opinion, then your answer will be wrong. But in exam, if you have a doubt, whenever you have a doubt, I will say give both the answer. Ki as per management, what is the opinion? This is the opinion and provisions will be required. Correct? However, if there is a sufficient evidence given by what legal counsel department, whatever lawyer, then it become what possible obligation. Then become possible obligation, and then provision is not required. What is required? A disclosure required as a contingent liability that you can give as an alternative answer if you want to give. Correct? But alternative answer always give whenever you have a doubt about two possible answers. Are you getting what I am now? So you have understood. Now don't give alternative answer in exam. But in exam hall, whenever you have a doubt now, I will say give both the answer. First preference, second preference, alternative answer. Understood? Correct? So that becomes a smart answer. Normally when you have given ki as per management provision and as per legal counsel contingent liability, it means you know Ind AS 37. It means you know Ind AS 37 na. So they will not deduct your marks because they will check as per suggested answer. And you have given answer as per suggested answer only because you have taken the opinion also of a management, so your marks will not be required. That become a smart answer. Smart answer understood. This become a smart answer. Understood now. So this was a question where most of the student will have doubt. Write on MRQ. MRQ. Any more doubt? Any more doubt? No doubt. I think there are all the question. Whatever is left, doubt should not come. This was the only one question where I was expecting doubt in this chapter, and that doubt came. Now, but if you don't read entire questions right now, what will happen? I will start next chapter, then next chapter, then next chapter, and at some point of time I will enter to see a final level chapter. Then actually it is not possible to come back again because you have only 1 hour. Then what will happen? When I will complete the batch, entire question will left to be done by you. Have you understood what happened? So what will happen then? Immediately after batch, a revision is required. Immediately after batch, a revision is required. But after batch, what you will do? Join other subject. Because you have 8 subject now. If you are adding both group, you have how many subject? 8 subject. After FR, SFM, audit, law will start. Then what will happen? Entire FR will be pending. Then what you will do? You revise once the entire subject will be completed. Then that will come after what? 1 year. If you are adding, because if you are adding made whatever attempt, or after 6 months it will come, or after 4 months will come as per your attempt. Then what will happen? That time it will become heavy. It will become, the subject will become totally heavy because after 4 months it will once again become new subject for you. So you have not done revision. You have forgotten whatever I have done in class because memory is what less. This memory is less. We have some minimum capacity, yeah, na? Suppose you have 1 TB, 1 TB, memory size. Suppose your size is 1 TB, but after FR, SFM, then 1 TB will become full, lah. So once your memory become full, now whatever you require to do extra thing, so if you are doing some extra thing, so the initial thing will be automatically deleted, but it is not permanently deleted. It will go to recycle bin. Till you revise, it will not be restored. So what is required? Revision is required. I am not saying that revision required that you need to revise daily, but what request I have said that this during 70 days, give 1 hour time so that all the questions you complete during the class only. Once again, I am requesting you. Next time, I will not request you because this is your life, your career, you decide. Understood? Your life is your life, na? It is not my life. Your life, you decide because you are going to become CA. Got it? Yes, sir. Now, because there is no other doubt, can we go to other chapters? Have you understood? So let us start a new chapter, chapter number 6, Ind AS 10, event after the reporting date. Even after reporting date, you can say reporting date. What was the corresponding AS? AS 4, na? It was contingencies and event occurring after balance sheet date. However, in that also AS 4 you have done event occurring after balance sheet date only in your CA intern. Correct? Because no teacher will teach contingencies part, I know. Correct? But now too you have done contingencies also. Correct? Now let us come to event. Yeah, this is the only chapter which I think you have understood at a CA intern level perfectly. Am I right or not? अरे बोलना रे. Event occurring after balance sheet मजा आया. There are two type of event: adjusting event, non-adjusting event. Adjusting, adjust; non-adjust, do not adjust and disclose. Correct? Am I right or not? Correct? Okay. Means believe me, nothing to teach. If you have done it if you have done it CA and level this chapter, so this chapter nothing to teach. Means I can directly start with the question, but I will not do that. I will assume that you don't know anything. Correct? I will assume you don't know anything, and let us understand whether you know or you don't know this chapter. Let us understand that also. So I think this timeline, whatever has been given in the book, you have understood. This is what reporting period. Reporting period means for which we are preparing our financial statement. Understood? And this is the date of approval of financial statement. Date of approval of financial statement. Achha, when the financial statement are supposed to be approved, on which date? Means when I am saying this is the date of approval of financial statement, so when the financial statement are approved, at what point of time this financial statement will be approved, will be considered as approved? Bolo? Hmm? After AGM, after AGM, oh, means shareholders meeting. You are saying shareholders meeting after management report, after auditor report, after auditor report it become approved, means auditor will approve it. Oh my God, this answer though I was not expecting only, because I think that you have done audit and you all know that financial statement is not the responsibility of auditor. Auditor report is not at all important for approval of this financial statement. Who is auditor? Auditor is auditor. Correct na? He is not responsibility for the preparation and presentation of what? Financial statement. He will only give an auditor report only. Correct na? So when it is considered to be approved, you know, but I don't understand why you are not giving answer, because this is the point with where every teacher will teach this point. A financial statement is approved when? When management approve it. Management means board of directors. Means can I say after financial year end, audit will start. Once the audit will complete, once the audit will completed, then directors will held one meeting. In that meeting, all the queries which has been given by auditor, that will be considered. Now management, it's management decision whether to consider, whether not to consider. If they are not considering, then auditor will give a what, qualified report. Understood now? But can I say on directors meeting date, they will, it is the at the discretion of the management whether they want to consider or they don't want to consider the queries raised by auditor. But after considering all the point, normally that point will be considered. Normally whatever suggestion given by auditor, that is considered, and then we what, finalize our financial statement. We finalize means on this date management prepared a financial statement. Bole yes or no? On 31st March only they will prepare financial statement, but this financial statement is a draft financial statement. This is a draft financial statement. This is not finance. This is what, not finalized. This is not finalized. Then audit will start. Lot of error will come. Lot of adjustment is required. Then financial statement will be adjusted. Then financial statement will be adjusted. Adjusting event. Correct now. So can I say during audit, lot of adjustment may be required. Once all the adjustment done, correct, as per the choice of management only, as per the choice of management. Then in this directors meeting, they will sign the financial statement. They will sign the financial statement. Once they sign the financial statement, become approved. It become approved. Means this become what? Directors meeting. This is the directors meeting now. And on this meeting, they will sign what? The financial statement. Once they sign the financial statement, it become approved. Then after that AGM will be held. In AGM this will be presented to shareholders. This means what? Financial statement will be presented to shareholders. That financial statement will be of course audited financial statement and approved financial statement. Audited by whom? Audited by whom? Auditor. Approved by whom? Directors. There are two things. Huh? Normally we say this is audited financial statement. It does not mean that it is approved by auditor. Audited and approved financial statement will be submitted to whom? Will be presented to whom? Shareholders. Now shareholders approval is required. But their approval is what? As a formality. Their approval is only formality. We just present them. कि देख लो how it is looking, but their approval is only a formality. Understood? So in AGM this is presented to shareholders. Got it? So this AGM is not at all relevant. This AGM is not at all relevant for the approval of financial statement. Now one question arises. Why only approval of directors? Why not approval of shareholders is required? Means because shareholder is the owner of the company, na? Directors are the employee of the company. Directors may be major shareholders, but director is director. When I am saying directors means what? Employee or owner? Directors means what? Employee or owner? Employee. Because directors means employee, and shareholders means owner. Bolo yes or no? You say I am also the owner of Reliance Industries Limited. If you don't know, correct? You don't know. I am holding some shares of Reliance Industries Limited. Correct now. So I am the owner or not? Mukku bhai, you know. Mukesh bhai, always call me by giving a notice that come Ray sometime to AGM. Someday come whenever you attempt. I said I am very busy. You only take care about Reliance Industries. Are you able to understand? So I am the owner. They are calling us, but we are not going. Are you able to understand? So AGM means it is a meeting of honor. Now the question arises, why that approval is not considered? Means when I am saying this chapter, so in this chapter all the events which occur after reporting date and before approval of financial statement. Before approval of financial statement. So when I am saying before approval of financial statement, we think only about directors approval. We don't think about shareholders approval. Have you understood? So why shareholders approval is not considered? Because can I say any event which occur after this date is not relevant for this chapter? Is not relevant for this chapter. Means for this chapter only these events are relevant. Means any event which occur after approval of financial statement by board of directors is not relevant, is outside the scope of this chapter. Is outside the scope of this chapter. Understood? So first my question, have you understood my question? The question is that this question actually you should ask at CNT level. But at CNT level you don't know about directors meeting, you don't know about what? AGM, because what happened, you have forgotten company law when the teacher will teach. However, you have already done company law also before AS4, but you don't ask because normally you are totally dependent on teacher whatever he is saying. So whatever teacher says, you said okay sir, understood. But can I say as a CA finance student, this should be the first doubt. I am only creating doubt for you, huh? I am creating doubt for you. Bolna yes or no? I am creating doubt for you. So if you know the answer, give me the answer. If you don't know the answer, means you don't know the chapter. Am I right or not? Have you understood what I am saying? If you know the answer, it means you know the chapter. And if you are not able to answer, means you actually don't know AS4. You don't know AS4, na? Am I right or not? So anyone who can answer. It is very simple answer if you apply common sense. If you apply common sense. Because you have done audit. You have done audit subject, you know finance system, and you know everything now after C enter because you are doing article C also. Correct? Bolo. Only 3, 4, that same type of hand every day. Same hands. Others know that yes, I can give the answer, but that confidence is not coming now. That confidence is not coming from inside. What others will think about me if I will give wrong answer? Bolo, correct na? बोलना रे? Hmm? बोलो. Listed company. This is applicable to all the companies to which Ind AS is applicable. AS4 is applicable to all the companies whether it is listed or unlisted. AS4 is applicable to unlisted company also. So you can't say listed company. You can't say listed company. Okay? Okay? Understood what I am saying? Companies. Ind AS is also applicable to unlisted company. Ind AS is applicable to unlisted company also not. If you are saying listed company, then it means you are ignoring what? Unlisted company. What PAP they have done? Unlisted company has done some PAP. अरे यार क्या क्या बात. No, no, this is wrong assumption you are taking. Normally it happens, but actually it is not always. Who said owner will be always director in case of private company? It is written in any law. You are taking one assumption because you are observing only that things. Suppose I created one company. Understood now? I am the promoter of that company, but I am not professionally skilled to run that business. So whether I will become director, I'll appoint one directors, I'll pay salary. I don't have time only to go to that because I'm busy in teaching FR. I'll hold what? 90% shares. Understood? Correct? Got it? I'll be one of the directors. I'll be one of the directors. But it does not mean I am the only directors. Correct? No, no, it is not responsibility. But who said it is not responsibility to approve it? I said, I said ki approval is required for directors, then it will be presented to shareholders for their approval, however it is formality. That I have said, but their approval is required or not? They will always say yes, 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 yes. But their approval is required. I have already said it is formality. Understood? But why we present this financial statement in AGM to shareholders? Because of their consent only, na? Because of their consent. Understood? So whatever answer you are giving, I am not satisfied with that. मजा नहीं आ रहा. Okay, चलेगा. If you are saying to any other person who is not CA or then ठीक है, okay, they will be convinced. But I am not convinced. As per this chapter is concerned, I am not convinced. Just try to understand what is the actual rule that once it is approved by director, then financial statement cannot be amended. Understood? This is the rule. Once it is approved by director, it cannot be amended. It cannot be amended means it cannot be adjusted. Means can I say once it is prepared draft financial statement we can adjust it, and once it is approved by whom? Signed by whom? Directors. Then it need to be submitted to what? ROC department, etc. Are you getting? Are you able to understand? So once it is approved by director, then actually it cannot be amended. It cannot be amended, and therefore any event which is occurring after approval of financial statement by directors, that event is not at all important, because that event, even though relate to the condition existing on reporting date, that cannot be adjusted. That cannot be adjusted. So once it is approved by whom? Then we cannot amend. We cannot adjust the financial statement. There may be some event. Here also there may be some event for which condition might be existing on what? Balance sheet date. I may give n number of example, but that event is outside the scope of this chapter. Understood? This is the point. Because of that reason, can you say whose sign is important for this chapter? Board of directors. Understood? First question you understood. First doubt. Second doubt. Come to second doubt. Very basic doubt I'm asking. Basic doubt. Normally this doubt, sometimes CA inter student will ask me. Normally my CA inter will ask me because I will teach from concept. I will relate with every concept. In Bachpan means CA foundation, we have done one concept, periodicity concept. What that means? What is the meaning of periodicity concept? अरे माँ, देखो, what's status? You are under the status of the CA final class? Means you should immediately respond, na? Periodicity concept, first class. We'll teach this only. देखो बच्चों, it is a periodicity concept. Means can I say periodicity concept means financial statement is prepared for a particular period, and all the transaction of that period will be recorded in that year. Means can I say periodicity concept means what? कि the transaction of this year, transaction event of this year, बोलो yes or no? That only we have done in CA foundation. कि all the transaction, all the event of this year will be recorded in this year. Means all the transaction, all the event of past year or future year will not be recorded here. And in Bachpan you have done one chronological order in journal entry. What is the meaning of chronological order? Date wise. We record date wise. That only you have done na. That is chronological order. My question to you all: any event which occur after balance sheet date? Any event which occur after balance sheet date, is it a violation of periodicity concept? Have you understood the doubt? Have you understood the doubt? Are you getting this? Doubt is actually doubt which we need to understand before I proceed. Otherwise, what will happen if someone asks you this doubt, then you will not be able to answer. You will say, sir, we have done this only, we know this only. Or you will say, as per AS per sir, as per India's 10 sir. Have you understood my doubt? My question is that this chapter says says about adjusting event, and adjusting event occur after reporting date, but they are saying adjust where? In the current reporting period. So whether it is a violation of periodicity concept, yes or no? Whether it is an exception to periodicity concept, where this chapter is an exception to periodicity concept, yes or no? Whether it is an exception, I have not asked reason. Dekho, what you give. When I ask reason, you don't give me reason. When I am asking only exception, you start giving reason. Whether I have not asked reason only. Why you are giving extra answer? I have asked yes, no. Whether it is an exception to periodicity concept. Anyone saying no? Anyone saying no? Means everyone saying it is an exception to periodicity concept, means you don't know this chapter. You don't know this chapter. One thing I have understood, actually you don't know this chapter. We cannot violate our basic concept. Periodicity concept, can you change that? You have done in your bachpan, accounting concept should not be changed. You don't have a right to change accounting concept. There are two things, accounting concepts and accounting conventions. You can change accounting conventions, but you can't change what? Accounting concepts. Can you change going concern? Assumption? अरे बोलना रे. So how can you say it is an exception to periodicity concept? Means you don't know this chapter. First thing, though, it has been understood. You know, but actually you don't know. There are two things. You think you know, but actually you don't know. Correct? I will not give answer. I will not give answer because after my class, everything you will only say. After my discussion. Correct? So one thing is clear that you know the definition of this event occurring after reporting date. That you know. What is the definition given? I am coming to what now chapter. One doubt is still left. And that doubt you will automatically say after what? The class. Understood? One homework I have given to you. What is real account? Anyone who have done research, can you say me what is real account? I will not forgive you, huh? I am going to kill you in my class. I'll at every moment I will kill you. Understood? But that killing is required before exam. Otherwise, ICI will kill you. Are you able to understand? Better you should be killed in class only. Okay? So what is real account? Like, raise your hand first. I want that how many of you have done research? Means how many of you have intention to eager to what learn by yourself? That I want to know. That quality you should have. One, two, three. Once again, that basic hands. Same hand. It's a new hand. चल बता. Means you are saying the personal account cannot be expressed in monetary terms. Acha, you have said two conditions. It should be asset also. Means all asset are real account. What yeah? What is can be? Then to your definition is incomplete. Then how can we understand which one is? So I am asking what is real account? That you explain first. You said all assets. What you said? All assets are all real accounts are asset, but all assets are not real account. That you are saying. But with this, your definition is incomplete. But your statement is correct. Your statement is correct, but your definition is incomplete. How can we understand which one is real and which one is not real? Means if I will not give the exact definition, so how will understand it is real, it is not a real. Correct now? Your statement is correct. Means if you have done you have given CPT exam or CA foundation, CPT exam. In that MCQs question they used to ask na. So this type of question we used to ask in the MCQs. I understood your emotions. You are from CPT exam. Anyone who can explain better? I don't want rules. Once again, what you said initially means you are saying liabilities are real account. Liabilities are 100% wrong answer. 100% wrong answer. From where you get this definition? Is your thought or you have done research? Google Baba means Google Baba is 100% wrong. Google Baba is 100% wrong. Don't rely on Google Baba. Don't rely. What is Google? Google means it is written by someone. It is written by someone. Who is someone we don't know? Who is that someone we don't know, na? Whether he is an expert or he is not an expert in C that we don't know. Don't rely on Google. Google, so we should not rely only until unless we have an authentication of that what person that we know about that person who has given this what comment. Are you able to understand? Property and asset means all assets are real account. All assets are real account. That you are saying? You are saying all assets are real account. Bank is a real account or not a real account? Huh? Bank is a real account, not a real account. Means you don't know CA foundation concept. Bank is a personal account. Bank is a personal account. You have forgotten CA foundation also. Don't be demotivated, huh? Please, huh? Because we are CA final. In CA final, so you'll know everything, na? Don't worry. Last, then I will answer. Amata answered. Anyone want to participate? 100% correct. 100% correct. देखो, one answer. Now I will not ask anything from her. This is known as exact answer. Now I will not ask anything. I understood that she knows everything. From where you get this answer? Huh? 100% correct. And same definition I give in CA foundation. I also. Huh? You have done from me. चलो ठीक है. But same definition, this exact word is my in CA foundation, that all asset except what personal account. All asset of a business except personal account are real. Means those are personal account, means any asset which is a personal account cannot be real account. For example, debtor, bank, these are asset, but they are personal account. Means first we need to identify whether this account is a personal account. If this account is a personal account, it cannot be what? Real account. Now building is not a personal account, so it is a real account. Inventory is not a personal account, it is what? Real account. Intangible asset is not a personal account, it is what? Real account. The exact definition given in CA Foundation book is what? All asset except debt. That means receivable. Receivable from any person only. So any receivable are not real account. Except receivable, all assets are what? Real account. This is the definition given in CA Foundation ICA study material. But we don't read that now. In CA Foundation, CA Inter, we never read ICA study material. ICA study material is Gita. That we should follow for every exam. If you follow ICA study material, then you become conceptually strong. But we don't refer. It means we are not preparing ourselves as per the requirement of ICI. As per the requirement of ICI. Understood? Correct. If you have understood real account, nominal account, you know, personal account, you know. Normally, I have seen that students don't able to answer real account. Nominal account, you know, all income expense. Personal account, which is related to any person, it can be natural, artificial, and representative personal account. This you all know. One more question I want to ask. Then I will proceed. Okay, na? Purchase account is a real account, nominal account, personal account. Purchase account is a real account, nominal account, or क्या बोला? Real, nominal and personal account. बोलो. Everyone saying nominal account? Hmm? Everyone saying nominal account? पक्का? 100% correct? बोलो. Purchase is what? Huh? Purchase account is personal account. It relate to which person, Baba? Hey. Sir, I give one day to you. Think. Your answer may be correct, may be wrong. I don't know. But think. Okay. Think and one second. Why I am not answering? Because I want your eagerness to learn. If I will give everything ready, then what will happen now? You will not respect the actual answer. You will not respect the actual answer. Now real account you respect because you have done research and you are not able to find out the correct answer. Understood? I'll just give one day, think about purchase account and come to me. You can ask, you can refer any book, you can refer Google Baba, you can refer any seniors, you can refer any chartered accountant. But ask, read and then come. Okay? Correct? One day I am giving. Now, coming to definition of this chapter, let us now complete this chapter. Discussion we'll do after this. Event after reporting date. Event after reporting date. So, event after reporting date are those events which may be favorable or unfavorable. Which may be favorable or unfavorable from the point of view of entity, which may be favorable to entity or which may be unfavorable to entity, and which occur between reporting date and the date when financial statements are approved for issue. Now there is one point which are when financial statements are approved for issue. So one doubt will come because in the definition nothing has been given that The date of approval is the date when the date of approval is read when board of directors signs it. It is not given definition. Therefore, some clarification was required. Therefore, some clarification was required. For example, I have said AGM. For example, I said in AGM also approval is required. So subsequently means subsequent to approval of director, we require approval of shareholders in AGM. So one clarification has been given, Baba. What is the clarification given by Ind AS 10? If the financial statement are to be approved by whom? By whom? Shareholders. After FS means what? Financial statement are approved by board of directors. So one clarification has been given. Financial statement are approved by issue on the date of approval of board of directors. This clarification has been given. Here, date of approval for issue will be the date of approval when who actually sign it. Director signs it, not approval of shareholders. Approval of director is required. One more doubt will come. Normally, what happens? We take loan from bank. We take loan from bank, and because we have taken loan from bank, the bank will appoint some of the officer in the supervisory board as a non-executive director. Because if any fraud we are doing, so that non-executive director will report to whom? Bank. Means can I say once the board of directors approve it, it needs approval of supervisory board also. Understood? Means actually what happened? Suppose this is the reporting date. This is the date when director signs it. After that, it will be presented to supervisory board for their approval. Understood? As per the requirement of bank which has given loan. Suppose that bank has given a loan of 500 crore. So of course, they will require these things or not. So it means after approval of director, we require approval of our supervisory board. In this case, what will be the date of approval? In this case, what will be date of approval? Supervisory board. No. Once again, clarification given by no. The director's approval is the date of approval for this chapter. This clarification has been given. This clarification has been given. Understood the clarification? The second clarification has been given. Understood. These are the clarifications. We have understood the date of approval is the date when board of director will sign it. But can I say practical scenario? You may have some doubt. Sir, supervisory board approval is required. So which will become the date of approval? Because if you see the date of approval from this date to this date, the entire financial statement will change. Entire financial statement will change now, because this event will also become what? Adjusting event. It may become adjusting event. So they have given clarification. In this case also, the date of approval by board of director is actually the date of approval. Understood? The second clarification has been given. If the financial statement are to be issued to the supervisory board of non-executive directors for approval after management approve financial statement. Financial statement are approved for issue when management approve financial statement. Correct. Third clarification, what they have given. Normally, what happens? Normally, a company may prepare quarterly report. This is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. These are known as interim financial report. These are known as interim financial report. What is interim financial report? That will do discussion in detail under Ind AS 34. Coming soon in your life. Ind AS 34. But you all know about interim financial report, quarterly report, you all know. Now normally what happens, this Q1 will be approved somewhere यहाँ पर, Q1 report. This Q2 will be approved somewhere यहाँ पर. Q3 will be approved somewhere यहाँ पर. And Q4 will be approved somewhere यहाँ पर. Understood? So can I say once Q4 approval came, then this will be published to whom? To the user of financial statement. बोला yes or no? Once approval come, it will be published or not? It will be published. We publish also our quarterly report. It means, can I say, we have all the information on a cumulative basis is known to what? User of financial statement. Means how much profit we have earned during that financial year, that is known to whom? To the user of financial statement. Correct now? So this is what? This is the approval date, this is the approval date, this is the approval date, this is the approval date. Now, can you say financial statement, annual financial statement, for the approval of annual financial statement, we will have directors meeting here. Then annual financial statement will be approved at this point of time. But before approval of financial statement, the entire profit was known to whom? User of financial statement. It was published to the public. Now the question arises, which is the date of approval? Means can we change that profit? Understood what I am saying? Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 already information went to what? So already profit information has been given. Now annual financial statement, if you take this information into consideration as an adjusting event, so it might change the profit. Our profit might change or not. So the question arises, can we amend the interim financial report information in annual financial report? Have you understood? These all are practical doubt. These all are practical doubt. So in this case, the date of approval will be this date or the date of approval when it is signed by director annual financial statement. Batao. Means it can be amended na? It can be amended. The clarification has been given, it can be amended. It can be amended. Annual financial statement and interim financial statement, those are totally different. The information might be different. The information might be different. Profit might be different. Understood? So one clarification has been given. This is only a clarification. Understood? Correct? Now, if suppose you don't know the clarification, that question is framed in exam. Believe me, you will give wrong answer. In exam hall na, you respond as per the question. अच्छा supervisory board मजा आ रहा है supervisory board. His approval is also required because bank has given 500 crore loan na. So dangerous from exam point, but they are not asking this type of questions. Dangerous question I am saying. But I hope now you have understood. If the financial statement are approved by the board of directors after public announcement of profit, understood? After public announcement of profit or other financial information, then also financial statement are approved for the issue on the date of approval by board of directors. Understood? Correct. But there is one more point. Normally what happens? We require approval of board of directors. We require approval of board of directors. Correct now. But sometime with articles of association, AOA may give some special right. AOA, you know AOA? AOA may give certain special right. Means we can draft AOA as per our requirement. Na? This is not as per company law. We can draft AOA as per our requirement, as per the consent of all the shareholders, major shareholders, promoters, you can say. Got it? Now, as per AOA, board of directors means if there is any doubt regarding the approved financial statement, then any owner of the company or any other person of the company, means whoever is appointed, can have a right to reopen the books of account. Has a right to reopen the books of account as per AOA. Correct now? That right is given to certain owners. Major shareholders means Mukesh Ambani. Suppose Mukesh Ambani is not a director of the company, the MD of the company, because he is busy, he has appointed some other MD. But he will have a right to reopen the books of account. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So he may have a right to reopen the books of account. So in this case, it is approved by whom? Board of directors. Now it is the books of account is reopened. Yahan par. Reopen means once again it will be finalized. Once again it will be finalized, and then once again it was approved after reopening. Now the question arises: what will be the date of approval? Date of approval will be A or B? A or B? Date of approval will be A or B? Huh? A or B? In this case it is B. In this case it is B. And that is special power has been given or not to reopen the books of account. If reopening means it can be amended or not. Apply your common sense, right? I say reopen the books of account means it can be amended or not. अरे बोलना रे, apply your common sense. I say reopen. Reopen means what? It can be amended. If it can be amended, means this date is not relevant now. Means it was not approved only. We are challenging that approval, na? It means now the date of approval will be what? Point number B. Understood? Have you understood this point? Correct? Yes, sir. This will be a question in ICS study matrix. You will be able to answer. But clarification you have understood? Clarification you understood? Now, types of event. This is what I will explain. Once you have understood what is event occurring after reporting date, so this to you all know events are of two type. Which events? All event which occur after balance sheet date and before approval of financial statement. So when I am saying event, event means which are covered in this chapter, not all events. Which event we are discussing about? Only this event, na? This event. We are discussing only about this event. Correct? Got it? Yes, sir. So these events can be of two type: adjusting event, non-adjusting event. Adjusting event are those events which provide evidence of what? Of condition existing on balance sheet date, which provide evidence of the condition existing on reporting date. Simple, that only you have done. Which provide condition, which provide evidence of the condition existing on balance sheet date. Non-adjusting event are those events which relate to any condition which occur after balance sheet date, which relate to any condition but which occur after balance sheet date, means reporting date, which relate to conditions arising after reporting date. Non-adjusting event will not adjust, will not do any adjustment entry, will not do any adjustment entry. Where? Will not do any adjustment entry in the current reporting period. In the current reporting period. It does not mean it will not be recorded. It will be also recorded. It will be also recorded, but not in current reporting period. Correct. So, can you say for that disclosure is required? For that only what is required? Disclosure. The disclosure of such event is required in the financial statement. Financial statement means what? Disclosure required in financial statement. Financial statement means what? Notes to account. If the amount is what? Material. If the amount is immaterial, then you can ignore disclosure point. If the amount is material. However, as per AS4, disclosure was required where? In director's report. Bakwas point. That was Bakwas point. Disclosure, disclose where? In financial statement, na? Correct? One difference you understood. Now all disclosures will be given notes to account only. If you are saying disclose, disclose where? Notes to account. Simple. So adjusting event will be adjusted where? Adjusting event will be adjusted where? In financial statement. When I say financial statement, the financial statement is what? What is the meaning of financial statement? Batao? Financial statement means what? Balance sheet, SOPL, statement of cash flow. There is one more thing, SOK. SOK means what? You know, statement of changes in equity, you know. How you know? How you know? You have read where? Where you have read? Final account. In CA enter. CA enter, the teacher has taught you statement of changes in equity also. Means you have done in office, I think so. Oh yeah, if you have read in Companies Act. Companies Act definition they have said it's okay. But I think in CA enter to no teacher will teach okay. And if they are teaching to they are Paramatma. Correct na? Then to they are excellent. Because I also don't teach okay where? In CA enter. It is not in the syllabus only why I will teach. Then next is what? Last is notes to account. So adjusted to financial statement means any information which you are adjusting in notes to account. Any information which you are adjusting in notes to account, whether it will be adjusting or non-adjusting. Huh? One second, one second, one second. One second, one second. Correct now. One second, please. Adjusted to financial statement. So any information which you are adjusting in notes to account will be adjusting or non-adjusting. Adjusting or non-adjusting? Huh? Then now change the answer. You have changed the answer. Initially you said non-adjusting. Now you are saying adjusting. Huh? Correct. Understood? So when I say financial statement means all, huh? Means any information which you are adjusting in notes to account will be also adjusting event. Will be also what? Adjusting event. That is adjusted now. Means any information which were given something else. Now you are adjusting. It become adjusting event. Understood? For non-adjusting event, only disclosure required, adjustment not required. Adjustment not required. Only what is required? Disclosure required. Adjustment not required. What is required? Disclosure required. Are you able to understand? Now when I am saying adjustment, to normally we adjust what? Normally. Correct. Can I say we adjust asset liability? And if you will adjust asset liability, you need to adjust income and expense. Correct. Understood. So when I am saying adjustment, by passing journal entry, when I am saying adjustment, you will pass one adjustment entry. You will pass one adjustment entry now. So can I say we need to adjust what? If you want to write down item, asset or liability, income or expense. Means either you will increase the asset or decrease the asset, increase the liability or decrease the liability. So with that corresponding effect will be where? In income and expense. Have you understood this? However, adjustment to notes to account will be also an adjusting event. Huh? So without passing journal entry also it become an adjusting event. Without passing a journal entry, it become an adjusting event. In Bachpan, trial balance used to be given. With what? That is adjusting event. Means from the Bachpan se we are doing adjustment entry na. With trial balance point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This all way what? Adjusting event. Means we know this point from Bachpan. But nobody has informed us as per AS4. Correct? Then CA inter came. That time it was informed. That time it was informed to you. Understood? Correct? Now, what I will do? Now I will not teach you anything, but I will take 10 examples. Initially CA inter level, then dhire dhire I will increase the level. Correct? You need to say me adjusting or non-adjusting. If you are saying correct, means okay. If you are not giving correct answer, means you need to understand that you have not understood at CA inter level. Okay? Correct? Got it? One by one. And if you are giving answer, correct answer, then I will assume that you know that point. Got it? Write down. Example number 1. 31st March reporting date. This is the date of approval. Now, there was one debtor. You remember, in CA Inter, all teacher will start with this debtor example only. I have never seen any teacher, including me. I will also start with debtor example only. The student think AS4 is nothing but debtor. They presume this point. They presume. Understood? But it is more than debtor. Huh? First, I am taking debtor because I am starting with initial example what you have done where in CA Inter. Correct. So there is a debtor. Suppose Mr. Ram. You know Mr. Ram? Huh? You don't know Ram. Sorry. You know Sita. So I am asking about that Ram only. Mr. Ram. 10 lakh. Amount receivable is 10 lakh. From whom? Mr. Ram. What happened before approval of financial statement? Accident happened. Where? In the premises of. In the premises means business premises. Business premises. In the premises of what? Mr. Ram. Ram was declared what? Insolvent. Insolvent. No amount is recoverable. Now no amount is recoverable. Understood this point? Have you understood this point? No amount is recoverable. बताओ. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Anyone saying adjusting event? Everyone saying non-adjusting event? Anyone saying adjusting event? Everyone saying non-adjusting event? Correct. It is a non-adjusting. Now I don't know whether you know the reason or not, because similar example you have done in C enter level and you have done non-adjusting. It might happen even though you have not understood, but you are giving correct answer. It might happen, huh? But normally in every batch I will get correct answer with correct explanation for this, because it is understood. There is no condition on 31st March. There was no condition of that accident on 31st March. Therefore, it is a non-adjusting event. Disclosure required if the amount of loss is material. Simple. I think correct. Here they will understand whether you know this chapter or not. Example number 2. Reporting date. Achha, are you writing this? So if you want to write, write. If you don't want to write, then also write. Okay. Have you understood this point? If you want to write, write. If you don't want to write, then also write. Whatever I write in good handwriting, that is to write. This is my good handwriting. Huh? Understood? But you should write down with me. I will not give any extra time. I will not give any extra time. Okay? Ha, I will take time for explanation. So don't worry about explanation part. 1 second debtor. Debtor. Mr. Ram, 10 lakh. Understood? But what happened? To him, credit period credit period was allowed 2 months. And this 2 month is expired before reporting date. Understood? And we are every time calling that person Ram, that please pay, please pay, please pay. He's not saying that I will not pay. He's saying come tomorrow, come tomorrow, come tomorrow. I am busy, I am busy, I am busy. Quite possible. He become a doubtful debtor or not? Is it doubtful or not? Understood this point? Now he become a doubtful debtor. So can he say because he become doubtful debtor, so we need to create some provision for doubtful debt? Now no provision for doubtful debt, allowance for bad and doubtful debt. We'll change the term. Already I have said provision for doubtful debt is not a correct term. So can you see in the draft fine, reporting date means draft finance statement. Okay, when I am saying reporting date is draft finance statement. We will already create an allowance based on some estimation, allowance for doubtful debt I am writing. This is also known as impairment loss. Also known as impairment loss. It will be covered how to calculate this, when to create this allowance, everything will be done in some other chapters. Correct. Ind AS 109 is coming soon in your life. Okay. So right now I am not discussing how to create this. I am saying already created. And suppose on the best estimate 2 lakh is created and 8 lakh is what? The net amount which has been shown where? In the balance sheet, draft balance sheet. Now what happened? Before approval of financial statement, correct now, Ram was declared insolvent. Ram was declared insolvent and no amount is recoverable. Understood? Correct? Batao. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Everyone saying adjusting? 100% correct. These two were two basic examples which we have done where? C enter. And normally in C enter they ask also this type of questions. Adjusting event. So I think everyone has given correct answer because there was a condition prevailing on reporting date. And this event provide evidence of the condition existing on balance sheet date, therefore it become adjusting event. Correct? Got it? Means the difference is what? This event, the example number 1, this event relate to the condition which arises after what? Balance sheet date. This will be recorded in the next financial year. This will be recorded where? In the current financial year. My question to you all, we need to pass one journal entry यहाँ पर on 31st March ना. There be no adjustment entry. Adjustment entry ना. What journal entry will do? I am giving you two options, or better you only give. What is the adjustment entry? What adjustment entry will do? Means this to now become what actual loss na, bad debt na. Now it become bad debt. Understood what I am saying? Because I have already said no amount is recovered with the doubtful debtor become bad debtor. Doubtful debtor now become bad debtor. Understood? So what journal entry will do on reporting date? Bolo. Raise your hand. I am not able to understand what you are saying. One person say so I can understand your emotions. Bolo. Now no one is saying. Now no one is saying. What is journal entry? Journal entry is what? Please respond fast. I don't have time. Bad debt account debit to bad debt how much amount? Bad debt how much? 10 lakh. To what? To debtor 8 lakh. To what? To allowance. How much? 2 lakh. This journal entry you are giving? No, those who are giving. How many of you are saying this journal entry? No, no one is raising hand. Huh? 2 person are saying this journal entry. Chalo. Chalo. What journal entry you have done for this? Allowance for doubtful debt? What journal entry you have done already done? Because a draft finances to some journal entry already you have done na? So what journal entry you have done? Allowance to debtor. Allowance account debit to debtor. Allowance account debit to debtor. Allowance was debited. Allowance account debit debtor. What is journal entry for provision for doubtful debt? Provision will be debited. Oh my god. When I am saying allowance account debit, debit means asset. Asset means you are creating some receivable. We are receiving or we are not receiving. Allowance will go, this allowance for doubtful debt will go to what? Balance sheet or PL? Oh my god. You don't know journal entry also. The journal entry is what? Expense account debit to allowance. This allowance will be shown by way of deduction in the balance sheet, and this expense will be transferred to what? PL. You have done journal entry PL account debit to provision. In your bachpan you have done PL account debit to provision. At CA final level I am teaching journal entry. Yeah? At CA final level I am teaching this journal entry. Okay. So the journal entry is what? Expense account debit to provision, that you have done. Provision will not go to what? PL. This is all rectification. Or rectification you have done CA foundation, CA inter level. You passed because of the rectification, because similar question came in exam. Understood na? Because of that reason we passed and we got very good marks. Not, don't worry, huh? I was also victim. I was also victim of same thing, huh? But I realized before becoming CA that something is wrong. Something is wrong. That I realized before becoming CA and I rectified everything. That you need to also realize. Got it? The journal entry is what? PL account debit to allowance means expense account debit to allowance. Expense will be transferred to PL and allowance will be shown as a deduction from debtor in balance sheet. We used to write on debtor minus provision na? Debtor less provision na? Are bolna re? Understood? The provision is shown where? In balance sheet na? By way of deduction from debtor. It will not go to what? PL. Provision account will not go to PL. Expense account will go to what? PL. This is the correct journal entry. So you have said 2 lakh, 2 lakh, and 1 second you are increasing what allowance. Means this journal entry is the 100% wrong. Understood? Next journal entry, but the first journal entry. Bad debt account debit. Bad debt 8 lakh. Allowance how much? 2 lakh. To debtor how much? Now it becomes थोड़ा सा correct. थोड़ा सा correct. It can be pura correct also, but better than this journal entry I will say. Better than this journal entry. अरे बोलना रे. Correct? बताओ how many are saying this journal entry? Sir said थोड़ा सा correct. Oh my god. Now to will think twice before raising hand. How many are saying this is correct? Then I will ask another question. What is correct journal entry if you are not raising? Huh? So better you raise your hand. How many are saying this is correct? So those who are saying this is not correct, can you give some additional journal entry? Anyone who is giving, you want to give some additional journal entry? Give. Huh? Means you are saying first reverse, but net impact will remain same. Net impact will remain same. You are giving two separate journal entry. They have given compound journal entry. So impact remains same, na re? Impact remain same. Correct? So can I say that you are also saying this journal entry only? You are giving two journal entry. They have given compound journal entry. So separate journal entry and compound journal entry effect remain same. Understood? Correct. I am saying you are also with this journal entry. Anyone giving some other journal entry? Understood? What is actually happening? We know, but we actually don't know. We know, but we actually don't know. We know, but if somebody asks, we don't know. Same thing will happen in interview. Same thing will happen in interview. And why we are not getting jobs? Because of this reason. Why we are not getting good jobs? After becoming CA, we are not able to get a salary of 10 lakh initially. It means actually we don't know anything. After becoming CA, if somebody is paying you only 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 7 lakh, it means actually we don't know anything now. After becoming CA, I am saying. After becoming CA, minimum salary I should, minimum from my point, it should be 20 lakh. Minimum. We should not go below this. इतना पेन लिया, इतना sacrifice we have done only for 10 lakh. 10 lakh is what? Nothing. 50,000 to cab driver will also earn from the first day. Better we should learn driving. Understood? This is also not correct. Just try to understand. Now let us come to concept. What is this chapter? Let us now come to chapter. This chapter says that if there is any condition on reporting date, so based on condition, some contingencies arises, and because of that contingencies, you created some, you have provided some expenses, you created some provision or allowance. Means India's 37 applied. However, for provision for allowance for bad and doubtful, some other Indias will be applied. But can I say I started with contingencies? With some condition on which date? Reporting date. Outcome of which is not known, which is dependent on happening or non-happening. So can I say there is a contingencies or not? And because of that reason, we have we have recognized some loss here or not, but on estimated basis. On estimated basis, correct? But before I approve a financial statement, if you know actual amount, if you know actual amount of loss, means on reporting date you have estimated 2 lakh, so you are informing to the user of financial statement that out of 10 lakh 2 lakh may not be received. But before approve a financial statement, now it is confirmed that out of 10 lakh 10 lakh will not be received. My question to you all, you should create an allowance of 2 lakh or 10 lakh. Means we are here to inform to the user the fair information. Na? What is the true and fair information? True and fair view, true and fair information. So can you say before approval of financial statement, some event occur which now giving an actual estimation, actual amount for that particular estimation. So we should give the actual information or estimated information. Actual information or better information, better estimation. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So what this chapter says that before approval of financial statement, whatever condition which were existing on reporting date, if that event provide evidence of that condition which were existing on reporting date and then adjust with the correct amount. Understood? Means can I say what they want to say? There was a contingencies, but it is not an actual bad debt. Means will follow chronological order only. It is a bad debt of which year? It become a bad debt in which year? First year or second year? Hat nalayak. It was a doubtful data in which year? It become bad data in which year? You will pass a journal entry of bad debt in which year? Chronological order. Bachpan se we have done chronological order. Can you change that order? Whatever you have done in just Bachpan, that only you apply. Can you change the chronological order of transaction? No, Baba, no. It become bad data on which point of time? Second year. Means bad debt journal entry will be done when? Here only. Means in the next financial year will pass one journal entry bad debt to debtor. Oh, acha. Means this chapter say only adjust, only do adjustment. Means increase the amount of what? Allowance. Because doubtful debtor cannot become bad debtor on reporting date. Now, on reporting date he was not bad debtor. On reporting date he was what? Doubtful debtor. But can I say now we know the actual amount of loss? So because we know the actual amount of loss, why you are doing estimation? And if you are giving estimated amount which is now wrong as per the information available before what? As per the information available before what? Approval of financial statement. Means the chapter is what? Give true and fair information. If you know the correct information, provide that information to whom? For adjusting event. Because that condition where existing on balance sheet date. Now, sir, what about this? This also information we came what? Before approval of financial statement. But can I say there was no contingencies on 31st March? Means he was not a doubtful debtor. Can you create an allowance on 31st March? No. Now, if you are saying we'll create allowance on 31st March because that information came before approval of financial statement, then we are not applying India's only. Are you getting? Then it is a violation of which concept? Periodicity concept. But this is not a violation of what? Periodicity concept, because we are only adjusting the amount. We are only adjusting the amount. We created PL account debit to allowance. Now same journal entry PL account debit to allowance with what? Other amount. This is this chapter. If you understand the emotions of this chapter now you can answer any question. The emotions I have given. Chapter emotions I have given. Now apply your common sense in every example. Now apply your common sense in every example. We are here to give true and fair information to the user of financial statement if that relate to the condition arising on or before balance sheet date. But if it relate to any condition which arises after balance sheet date, then this chapter says no adjustment. Correct only. Understood is fine. Have you understood? Means what is the adjustment entry? Increase the amount of what? Increase the amount of allowance by rupees what? By rupees 8 lakh. This is the adjustment required. This is the adjustment required. Have you understood? Have you understood this point? Full practical scenario, huh? If I will teach only theoretically, then to adjusting, non-adjusting ho gaya. Because you have given correct answer. But can I say in practical life, you need to pass jana entry, na? Are bola re? Then if you are saying bad debt, means you are not CA. Got it this point? Can I come to the next example? Can I proceed? Now I'll be थोड़ा सा fast. Example number 3. Now I'll be थोड़ा सा fast. चलेगा? 31st March, date of approval. Say Mr. Ram debtor, and he was a doubtful debtor. He was a doubtful debtor. Why he's doubtful? I'm not writing. And amount outstanding was how much? 10 lakh. Correct? He was doubtful. Why? Because he went to Pakistan. Understood? Now when we don't know whether he will come back or not. So before reporting that he went to Pakistan. तो doubtful हो गया ना? अरे बोल रे. Now we don't know whether he'll come back or not. Simple na. Correct? Modi can come back. We don't know about normal person whether he'll come back or not. Correct? Now, before approval of financial statement, he came back to what? India. And we also created यहाँ पे allowance. Allowance also we created for 2 lakh. Similar to last example. He came back to India and he pays entire amount. Understood? He pays entire amount. Before what? Approval of financial statement. बताओ. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Means we receive entire amount before approval of financial statement. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Don't give me reason. I don't want reason. Till I ask, don't give me reason. Adjusting, non-adjusting. How many are saying adjusting? How many are saying non-adjusting? How many are saying, sir, in exam we'll do head, tell. Head will be adjusting, tell will be non-adjusting. This is also one thing, na? We can try our luck. Means till now, majority of you are saying what? Wrong answer. Majority of you are saying wrong answer. Till now, you have not understood the emotions of the chapter. It will take time, huh? Take time. When I'll come to final level question, I will give you correct answer. Because that time I will make you what? Understand the basic of this chapter. I said try to understand emotions. But what we are saying, he 10 lakh and he is a doubtful. Before approval of finance statement, we came to know that he is actually not a doubtful debtor. So should we report a loss of 2 lakh to the user of finance statement? You only think about emotions of this chapter, na? You receive entire amount before approve a financial statement and you can now amend the financial statement. Then also you are saying no, 8 lakh is receivable and 10 lakh is not receivable. Can you say whether we are providing true and fair information? Whether we are providing true and fair information? Are bola re. No, na. We should provide what? Yes, 10 lakh is receivable because we have already received. Already received or not? Are you able to understand? To it become what? Adjusting, non-adjusting? Adjusting. It is also adjusting event. Have you understood what happened in CA enter? Huh? What happened at CA enter? I'm coming. It means reverse what? What is the adjustment? Reverse allowance of what? 2 lakh. Means you will not pass receipt journal entry. Receipt journal entry will be done when? When the amount was collected. That is the chronological order. That is nothing but chronological order. Understood? Have you understood? What is doubt? Where I have said additional evidence? You have. Chalo, actually, chalo. As per AS4, it was which provide further evidence. As per AS4, ठीक है ना? Which provide further evidence. This has been deleted where? Under India's 10. Understood? एक बार रुक जा प्लीज 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 एक बार रुक जा Correct. As per AS4, it was which provide further evidence. Which provide further evidence means additional evidence. Actually, that was not correct. Actually, that was not correct. Even though AS4 used to say which provide further evidence, but we used to apply the same thing whatever Ind AS 10 says. Actually, it should be which provide evidence. Any evidence. It can be initial evidence also. The conditions should be where? On reporting date. Conditions should be where? On reporting date. And for that condition, evidence come where? Before approval of financial statement. Before approval of financial statement. So now in my previous edition it was written, but in class I used to delete it. Okay. In class I used to delete it. Like, okay, okay, okay. Understood. So it is what which provide evidence. Which provide evidence. Understood now? Just try to understand what was the condition. He is a doubtful debtor. Now evidence is that actually he is not a doubtful debtor. Simple na. Try to feel the emotions of this chapter. Try to think like a CA. Don't think like accountant right now. We are chartered accountant. We are not accountant. There is difference between BCom student and CA student. Are you getting? We are accountant or chartered accountant. We are accountant or chartered accountant. There is a huge difference between accountant and chartered accountant. Huh? Correct? So think we are here to give true and fair information to the user of financial statement or not. Before approve financial statement, you know that the amount is received. So should we provide that yes, there will be a loss of 2 lakh? You think like this. Should we give that information that out of 10 lakh, 2 lakh is not recoverable? Whether it will be a correct information from the user of financial statement. Try to think like that. Nah, you will only have the solution for that. As a CA, you think nah. Before approval, entire amount received. Now also you saying you are a doubtful debtor. How? Re? I have insult na. That person is insulted now. You are insulting that person. Then they will say, okay, I will pay 8 lakh only because you have shown 8 lakh in financial statement. Now I will pay 8 lakh only. No, ja kar le jo karna hai. Got it? What I am saying. So that information came before approval. After approval came, now you can't amend. Same information might came after approval. Understood what I am saying? Have you understood? Feel the emotions of this chapter. Correct? Got it? Can I proceed? Can I proceed? I mean, lot of examples are there. Don't stick to this example only. They automatically feel whatever I am saying that is correct. What actually happened? If you have done something which you are doing only from Meena, it will be very easy to teach you. When I'll come to CA final chapter now, believe me, it will be very easy for me to teach you. But because something you have done where in CA enter, I need to correct it. Because your first love is what? Not me. Your first love is your previous teacher. अरे बोलना रे simple. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand what I am saying? So I am saying now what I am saying. I am saying अरे whatever you have done in CA enter that is not correct. You are feeling अरे कैसे भी pass CA enter ना? अरे बोलना रे. So it will take थोड़ा time. It will take थोड़ा सा time. But whatever I am saying, try to understand from CA point of view. From CA point of view. Can I come to the next example? Huh? Then also now it becomes depends upon judgment. Therefore, I have given that point because I don't apply to judgment here. Now he's saying only came back to India. Now it becomes judgmental issue. You need to provide some information from the market. You need to now get some information from the market. He went to the Pakistan. He came back to India. This is only for what? Some humor in the class. This is only for some humor in the class. Understood? Simple. He was doubtful and the amount is received. The better example is this. For Pakistan, India, I am saying only for creating some humor, na? Nothing more than that. But simple, the amount is collected before approval of financial statement. What evidence you are getting that he is not a doubtful debtor? Think like that. Pakistan, India, chhod de. Got it? He may go to Uganda also. You know Uganda? Now from Uganda whether he will come or we also don't know. That is only for rumors. Sorry, humors. Correct? Yes. Come to example number 4. Once again I will stick to what? Ram only. Correct? Now there was Mr. Ram. Amount collect receivable is 10 lakh. Now he is a debtor, huh? He is a debtor. Means I am not writing he is a doubtful debtor. Correct? And before approval of financial statement, case 1 received a check after what? Reporting date. Understood? But before approval of financial statement. Have you understood? Very simple example. The 10 lakh was receivable. Now that amount was collected by way of check. But after, before approval of finance, adjusting, non-adjusting. How can you say adjusting, Ray? Think the emotions. Amount collected. In this also, collection generate will be done where? Collection generate will be done in next financial year. Amount was still receivable where? On reporting date only. Can you decrease the debtor? Can you decrease the debtor? No, na. And I said he is what? Debtor only, not doubtful debtor. We have not created an analyze. So this become a non-adjusting event. This is a non-adjusting event, na? Non-adjusting event. It does not relate to any condition on reporting date. Simple. Collection journal entry will do. But when? In the next financial year. What you will do in the current finance? Nothing. But I'll change the example. Case 1 though, I was expecting that you will give me correct answer. Now feel it, huh? Feel the all the examples. Don't apply what you have done in CA enter. Try to feel as a chartered accountant. This same case number 2, the question was asked at CA enter level 2 times. It can be more than 2 times, but 2 times so pakka. Yeah. And I hope you know the answer. But I want explanation also. Received a check dated on or before 31st March. Receive a check dated what? On or before 31st March, but receive after reporting date, before approval of financial statement. Example you understood? Means we receive a check after reporting date, but the date of check was what? Either 31st March or before 31st March. It may be 29th March or whatever. Correct. Same question was asked at CA interlevel. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Anyone saying adjusting? Non-adjusting? Please respond everyone. Adjusting, non-adjusting. 100% correct. Now, I don't know whether you know the answer from CA interlevel or not. But if you apply the emotions, the answer will become non-adjusting. Correct? But why? Because as a client, I can fight with you. Suppose I am your client, huh? And you are chartered accountant. I think, sir, date is what? Before 31st March, na? Date is what? And we pass journal entry as per date. Date is what? I will pass journal entry before what 31st March. Do whatever you want to do. You need to convince me, na? Arey bolna re. You need to convince me or not? I am your client. Now convince me. 1 minute. I will come to you. Please raise your hand. ठीक है ना? Have you understood what I am saying? Now you only answer. Why तो I am saying I receive after that I also know I am your client. But date is what? Now we know now check has been received before approval. The pass na re. Date is what? 31st March. Convince me na. I'm saying convince me. Your answer is correct. But you need to write best answer in ICI exam. They will not give full marks if you write non-adjusting even. I said we are not will not get marks for correct answer. We get marks for the best answer. This if you understand now, believe me, you will clear all exams. Normally we think about correct answer, we don't think about best answer. And best answer does not mean that you write down as per India's entire memorization is not required. Give answer to the point. Only one sentence you will say, I will say correct. बोलो. हम्म? अरे यार, चलो ठीक है. I'll come to your doubt. I'll create one more example. Correct now. But that explanation is not correct. Anyone? Non-adjusting is correct, but I think you are not able to answer. You need to convince me na. अरे बोलना रे. Just try to understand what they want to say. If you want to convince as a CA, correct? You need to say, कि sir, this check, whatever you have received, is not an asset on 31st March. Is not an asset on 31st March. Now I need to explain the meaning of asset. अरे बोलना रे. Now I need to explain the meaning of asset. What is the meaning of asset? You will say me. What is the meaning of asset? Any resource of the entity, any resource which generate inflow, any resource which generate inflow. Suppose suppose I have taken this building on rental basis. Abhi we have not done lease, correct now, but you have done AS 19. You have done operating lease, finance lease, correct now. So I have taken this building on lease, operating lease. Let us take operating lease, but entire point is going to change in India. Correct now. So if I have taken this building on lease, so it is a resource which will generate inflow. अरे बोलना रे. Whether it is my asset. Sorry, definition wrong. Definition wrong. Very good. Excellent answer. Means whatever is given in framework, he has defined that only. But our framework says asset is a resource arising from past event which are under the control of entity, which are under the control of entity, and point number B, which provides FEB. FEB means what? Future economic benefit. If you don't know FEB, write down full, huh? Don't ask me after class what is meaning of FEB. Future economic benefit. Future economic benefit. If these two conditions satisfied, become asset, and then asset need to be recognized. Which are under the control. The word is what? Control. The word is what? Control. What is the meaning of control यहाँ पर? Whether owned asset, all owned asset are asset. Hmm? It means, can I say ownership is not important? Ownership is not important. What is important? Control is important. Control means what? Control means what? We have a right to use, and we have a right to what? Right to Nalayek. Right to restrict. Right to restrict other person to use it. Other person to use it. Right now I'm just giving not exact definition. Dire with Indians will become expert in this. But this we need to do in CA Inter only. This definition. CA Inter chapter framework. There it has been defined. Now just try to. I say this check is not an answer on 31st March because we have not received on 31st March. Can you deposit in the bank? On 31st March, can we deposit in the bank? On 31st March, can we deposit that check in the bank? It's not under our control. We have received afterward. Means on 31st March, can we deposit that check into the bank? Yes or no? No, Nare. We receive after 31st March. Can we endorse that check? Can we endorse the check on 31st March? We have not received, means it is not under our control. Therefore, it is not an asset. If it is not an asset, how can you recognize it? How can you recognize it? Same explanation is given by ICI suggested solution with this answer in CA inter exam. In CA inter exam. So this explanation is not given by me. This explanation is given by ICI suggested answer only. And so means they also require that para from you in exam. Are bolna re? And if you are not writing, they are not convinced, so they will not give you full marks. Have you understood this point? Correct? Any doubt? Any doubt? Bolo. For you, I'll create one more question. Your doubt will automatically. I think it is over. Your doubt, but I'll create one more example. This is nothing but check in transit only. Acha, one more example for you. Case number 3. Your doubt will be over with this third example. Case number 3. Correct. Check dated on or before 31st March received by authorized agent of entity before 31st March but received by entity after 31st March. Have you understood the example? Means we normally appoint some collecting agent. It can be employee also. Agent can be employee. Understood now? It is collected by employee or any agent. Bank can be also a collecting agent. Bank can be also a collecting agent. It is collected by our authorized agent before 31st March, but it was handed over to the entity afterward 31st March. Batao whether it is an adjusting or non-adjusting. Adjusting na? Adjusting because now it is under the control of entity on 31st March. On 31st March, now it become what? Adjusting event. Have you understood? So I think your doubt check in transit. So this is also check in transit. This is also check in transit. But which check in transit will come into books of account, that you need to understand. That is CA. And if you are saying only check in transit, that is accountant. Difference between accountant and chartered accountant. The gap is accounting standard. The gap is accounting standard, and now it is Ind accounting standard. Ind accounting is the gap between CA and best CA. Because CA also don't know what India is. India right now only 10 to 15% CA knows entire India. 85% CA don't know India. 85% CA. It's the right time to become CA and explore the market. Right time to become CA and explore the market. Got it? I think all the doubts over. All the doubts
over. This question was also asked in CA Inter exam. This question is also asked in CA Inter exam. These all are CA Inter questions. Can I proceed? One more example, then we'll take break. Because I become slow. Can I take one more example? Example number. I'm now shifting from what? Data to what? Some other. Otherwise, you think it is data only. Example number 5 now. Let us come to inventory. Let us come to inventory. Inventory means what? AS2. You know all AS2? No, it is Ind AS2. Ind AS2 and AS2 are also more or less same. More or less. Some difference that will automatically understand. Correct? Now can you say as per AS2 or as per Ind AS2, it will valued at what? Cost price or NRV, whichever is lower. 100, it was 120. So you have done valuation at what? 100 in your draft financial statement. In your draft financial statement, you have done what? 100? Correct now. Now what happened? A fire occurred. Oh, what happened? Fire. And inventory destroyed. Correct? Now it can be sold. This same inventory can be sold at rupees what? Only 20. Quite possible or not? Quite possible or not? So after balance sheet date, before approval of financial statement, fire occurred which destroyed entire inventory. Now because of that fire, the NRV of that inventory become what? 20. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Everyone saying non-adjusting? Everyone saying non-adjusting now? Anyone saying adjusting even? Bolo. So correct. Non-adjusting event. Because there was no condition. There was no condition that this inventory is actually destroyed on 31st March. Correct? It is a correct valuation on 31st March. Now I will change the question. Example number 6. Understood? Same inventory. Inventory, cost price 100, NRV 120. Now what is the NRV? NRV means what? First let me ask you what is NRV. Are Nalayak, I am not asking full form. NRV means net realizability, that foundation student also know. One by one. On 31st March. Means can I say estimated, correct answer only, but I am writing the actual word given by AS2. Estimated selling price minus estimated selling expense, या cost to make such sale, selling expense, selling price minus selling expense. This become what? NRV. Correct? Means this NRV is one estimation. This NRV is one estimation. That we have understood now. Now before approval of financial statement, the same inventory was sold at 80. You can see now there is no fire, nothing. Understood? I am not written fire occurred, destroyed, nothing. It is on same conditions. Condition is same. Condition is same. Understood? बोलना yes or no? Condition is same. So I am not written fire. So don't assume that it might have destroyed after 31st March. Don't assume that thing. You need to answer as per the information given in the question. Correct? बताओ. Adjusting, non-adjusting. How many are saying adjusting? How many are saying you are adjusting? Till now you have not understood the emotions of CA. Till now. Come from CA Inter. Come out from CA Inter. Come out from CA Inter. Come out from there. Otherwise CA final will become very difficult. Leave whatever you have done in CA Inter. Please leave it. Otherwise, I should not teach this chapter. Should I teach this chapter? अरे बोलना रे Nalayak, I have said NRB is an estimation. I have given answer before you answer. I have given a hint. You estimated on 31st March and now you are getting actual information or not. It can be sold at what? Means this estimation was actually an estimation. Now you are getting actual information that can be sold at 80 before approval of financial statement. Let us say this is 120 crore, 80 crore. Think about 120 crore, 80 crore. Huge difference where? In financial statement. Means estimation is an estimation. Now you are getting actual information before approval of financial statement or not. So what is true and fair view? 120 or 80? Come out from CA enter, huh? Come out from CA enter. Got it? Got it? Correct. Adjusting event. Adjusting event. Previous May I have given fire occurred. The NRB decreases because of some condition which arises afterward. 31st March. Here I have said inventory is inventory. Same conditions. NRB may NRB means it may sold at below what 120. It was an expectation of management, na, but they are not able to sell it. Means estimation was not correct. So we should change the estimation, na. अरे बोलना रे estimation means best estimation. अभी we have done Ind AS 37. Ind AS 37 में सिर्फ estimation is a mere judgment of management supported by some evidence. The last evidence was the additional evidence provided by event occurring after reporting date. Same thing here only. Estimation is what? Also depend upon evidence provided by evidence provided by event occurring after reporting date. Think about this, na. You are saying you are a management, na? You are saying 120, but you are selling at 80. We need to change it, na? Previous it decreases because of some condition which arises after reporting date. There was no condition that it was damaged यहाँ पर. So it decreases because of some condition arises afterward reporting date. Means it become 20 only because of some condition which arises after reporting date. So there was no condition of that damage whatever on 31st March. And so I'll give you one more better example. चलो ठीक है और मजा आएगा. Example number 7 और मजा आएगा. Are you enjoying or not? मजा आ रहा है ना? मजा आना चाहिए. When in class you are not getting मजा, then it means it is a saja. Understood? Don't worry about the answer because I know what I have also done at CA inter level. Entire rectification I have done in my life at CA final level, and not also CA final level after becoming CA, because I have not taken coaching class. I scored 93 in FR, 93 in FR. Correct now, but actually I learned when I started doing job in Deloitte. Deloitte may, or actually I learned everything. What actually is accounting? I rectified everything, na? Understood. But after becoming CA, we can learn anything. We can understand anything. So what I am saying, till that the day when I become CA, I was also not knowing entire AS. Understood now? So I am making you expert before CA. Are you getting? I am making you expert before becoming CA. Understood? Correct? So don't worry. I was also like you. I was also like you. Got it? Yes, sir. Now, date of approval. Now, here, try to understand whatever I am saying. Cost price 100, NRV 120. Now, because the inventory become obsolete before approval of financial statement, NRV become what? 30? Quite possible. Understood what I am saying? This is a practical based question given in ICS study material. See a final ICS study material. The same question. Same question. A lot of doubt will come. Even though I will teach in class, after teaching also, when they will do self study, doubt will come. I don't mean in class, so you don't understand anything. In class, you sleep, or you will not revise, you will forget, or you not understand emotions of this chapter. Try to understand emotions of this chapter. Otherwise, doubt will remain doubt forever. It become obsolete. Now, first let me explain something. Then you give the answer. Now, just try to understand. This is a mobile, and I am the vendor of this mobile. Whether it automatically become obsolete or this information is known to me, means I am the business. I am dealing with this mobile. I am not using it. I am the vendor of this mobile. So whether before becoming it obsolete, before it become obsolete, that information is with me or not, or it immediately become obsolete. Whether it will become immediately obsolete means if it is becoming obsolete, that information is with whom? With vendor or not? Means vendors knows, management knows everything or not? Management knows everything or not? For example, right now scheme syllabus is going to change. So actually, I was waiting for the announcement of new scheme, because if I will publish, because when I when I publish a book, I will create in a quantity 1000 books at one time. Now suppose I create book and syllabus change, what will happen? Obsolete हो गया ना. So I was waiting for the announcement. Now when I get confirmation, then I have given for printing. Now new scheme is not up to May 24. Are you getting what I am saying? That confirmation came, that can be changed, but 99% that confirmation we got. And then because of that reason late हो गया book में. Understood why it was late? Why you have not received the book till now? Because I have given for late. I was waiting for. Oh, रुक जा. Otherwise, my entire book will become what? Obsolete, na? बोलना yes or no? And believe me, once what was announced, new scheme was announced. Now I decrease the price of my study material from 1500. I make it what? 1000. Then 900. Then 750. Because I need to what? Sell it as soon as possible. Businessman. I am the pakka businessman. First, I am Marwadi, I am Indian, and I am chartered accountant. Three quality of businessman. Correct na? Marwadi people are. And I am not so much, but I know many Marwadis. They will to karo chodo. Correct? With due respect to all Marwadis. Correct? But they are pakka businessmen. They will do business with their family member also. Correct? Means they will demand money from their father also. First give money, then sale will be happen. Correct? As I say. Now what I am saying, just try to understand. This information the asset become obsolete. This information was available on 31st March or not? Yes. Now say adjusting, non-adjusting, adjusting, non-adjusting, adjusting, non-adjusting, adjusting, and ICI has also given answer what? Adjusting. Because you can't say there was no condition existing on balance sheet date. And if you are saying no condition, you are not a businessman. If it is going to become obsolete, so of course on 31st March that information was available with you. It means there was a condition that it will become obsolete. Then also if you are estimating 120, there was wrong estimation. And therefore it is an adjusting given. Same answer is given by ICA without explanation. They have not given reasoning for that. They have only said that the meaning of adjusting event. But understand the information was available. So if you want to write it down, this information will be available with whom? With management on or before 31st March. And therefore it relate to condition existing on balance sheet date. Correct? I think this seventh example when I came, it is now giving more understanding to you. Giving a better picture of this chapter. Better picture of this chapter. We'll continue this chapter. Some examples are still left, but after break. Okay. आज वो अटका एकदम, वो भी अटका. Now, can we start, everyone? Chalo, everyone. Can we start once again? Okay. Now, before break, we have completed how many examples? Out of that 7 example, any doubt you can ask me. Normally, what happens when we sit silent, we once again think about that, then once again some doubt will come. Correct? Now, it might happen. If any doubt, you can ask me. No doubt? Chalo. So, can we proceed? Write down example number. Example number 8. Now, inventory we have understood. Let us take some example of now property, plant and equipment, machinery. So now I am shifting this topic from inventory to machinery so that you can understand this is applicable to all assets and liability. Got it? Correct. Now machinery, the carrying amount on 31st March was 10 lakh, and before approval of financial statement it was actually sold at rupees 8 lakh. It was actually sold at rupees 8 lakh. Quite possible. So there is a loss of how much? There is a loss of how much? 2 lakh. But the adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Confidence scheme na. This type of example you have done in CA inter. So but now your answer se pata chala you have now confidence. Non-adjusting, you said like that. Very good. Non-adjusting. Why? Because there was no condition. There was no condition. The condition arises after balance date. But now I'll come to one good example. This type of question normally they ask at CA inter level. But now whatever example I am creating right now, give answer as a CA final student. From my point of view, ICA answer at CA inter level was wrong. But I also teach as per CA. I also teach as per ICA and CA inter. Because if I'll change the answer, so they will not give marks now. Are you getting what I am saying? So every teacher will teach as per ICA solution only. But from my point of view, that solution is not correct. Let's see what you are thinking. Let's see what you are thinking. The example is very popular at CA inter level. What is the example? See, before 31st March, there was an agreement to sell. Agreement to sell a land of rupees 10 lakh at rupees 12 lakh. Understood? Agreement done before 31st March. And before approval, the registration was completed. Registration was completed. Understood? And registration means what? It is a legal formalities. Legal formality, na? Legal formality. Registration was completed means the transfer of name from one person to another person. That is what registration we need to go do with the government departments. The registration was completed. We need to pay some registration fee for the date. But agreement was done what? Before 31st March. Correct? Batao. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting or non-adjusting. Everyone will say adjusting event, but from my point of view, it is not a question of this chapter only. It is not a question of this chapter from my point of view. At CA inter level, they ask a question in this chapter, therefore we also answer adjusting event. But just try to understand, this is legal formality. Whether our accounting will be based on legal document? No, means the answer should be based on substance over form. And can you say when agreement has been done, it means control has been transferred? Control has been transferred or not? Bolo yes or no? Control has been transferred. So if control has been transferred, but when you will do sales journal entry, before approval, before reporting date only. Before reporting date, even though registration was not completed before approval of financial statement, means this registration was not required only. Means even though in this question they say registration was completed after what? Approval date. Then also, can I say, I will say it is not question of this chapter only. Evidence was not required only because already evidence was there before approval of, sorry, before reporting date. So control has been already transferred. So when you say agreement done, with agreement control is transferred. If suppose agreement done but control is not transferred, correct? It is also quite possible. Agreement done but control is not transferred. Normally, can with agreement, it is deemed that control is transferred. When you have done agreement, deemed control is transferred or not. But there may be some restriction that you cannot use it for 6 months, 7 months like this. So it might happen control is not transferred. It will transfer after 6 months. So there can be two situations. I am writing two situations. If question is silent, what you will assume? If a question is silent, normally question will be silent. What will you assume? Control is transferred or not transferred? Transferred. That only you will assume. Correct now. So I am saying let us say both are given. Control is transferred. Control is not transferred. Two situations I have created. My question to you all, if control is transferred, sales journal entry will be done on which date? Before reporting date. So sale will be recognized before what? Even if, even if what? Registration was not completed, was not completed what? Before, before approval na? Am I right or not? Means for this approval point was not required only. Understood? When I am saying sale will be recorded means asset will be recognized. When I am saying sale will be recorded means what? Land will be de-recognized na? De-recognized means what? Means removed from balance sheet. Deleted from balance sheet. Now in this case, suppose control is not transferred, but registration was completed before approval of financial statement. Adjusting, non-adjusting? Huh? Batao. Control is not transferred on 31st March, but registration was completed before what? Before approval of financial statement. Adjusting, non-adjusting? At Nalayak, control was not transferred. So if control was not transferred, can you de-recognize it? Once again, this is not a question of this chapter only. This is a question of India's 16, AS 10. This is a question of what? AS 10 actually. AS 10 से de-recognize कब करना है? AS 10 and India 16 will say when to de-recognize property, plant and equipment. And they say when control is transferred, then de-recognize it. Registration is mere formality, na? Legal formality. We do accounting based on legal formality. Are you able to understand? So actually this was not a question of AS4, but normally this question they ask in AS4. So we in CA inter we answer as per adjusting or non-adjusting. Understood what I am saying? तो ठीक है सीए इंटर में चलता बट सीए फाइनल तो यू शुड नो एक्चुअल थिंग ना द सेम क्वेश्चन कम यू नीड टू गिव करेक्ट आंसर एज पर योर ओपिनियन as per your opinion. So can you say here also sale will not be recorded even if registration completed before what? Approval of financial statement. Understood? Basically, this is a non-adjusting, I will say. Understood what I am saying? No, no. Abhi will understand control in detail somewhere else. Control means what? Key whether it is under your control or not. Control already I have defined array whether you can use it or restrict other person to use it. So normally if you have transferred a position, so it is deemed that control is transferred. But sometimes even though we transfer the position, it is quite possible we are restricting that person to use it with some agreement. So it means control is not transferred. You need to see the agreement in detail. What is written. So therefore, I am saying both the situation may arise. Control may or may not be transferred depending upon the circumstances. But if question is silent, agreement then means what? Control is transferred. If you have done agreement, you have signed it, means they can use it na. Are bola re? Correct. Normally in the normal circumstances, there will be no restriction and you can't use it. Now you can't use it. So if question is silent, always use this. Understood? Correct. So this answer now I am giving as per what? India's 10. I will say this is not a question of India's 10. It is not a question of India's 10. We have done answer as per India's 16. So actually we have applied what? India's 16 coming soon in your life. Correct? Correct. One more example. Similar example, but now in this example, India's 10 will be applicable. Similar example. Before reporting date, there was a proposal to sale. Proposal to sale machinery of rupees 10 lakh at rupees 8 lakh. Correct? And before approval of financial statement, actual sale was made. Understood? Actual sale was made. Batao. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Non-adjusting na? You are applying now common sense, huh? Even the proposal, but control is transferred when? After reporting date. So there was no condition existing on reporting date. Even though there was a proposal, but you can't say there is a condition. There is no condition on what? 31st March. Correct? Understood? So now you are applying your common sense. Non-adjusting event. And similar question they used to ask at CA inter level also. This is also one of the popular question at CA inter level. And there also we used to say non-adjusting event. Correct? Have you understood this example? Any doubt? However, when there is a proposal to sale now, just write down refer Ind AS 105. So there is one Ind AS 105 which is for non-current asset classified as held for sale. Whenever there is a proposal for sale, it might happen now such asset will become held for sale. And when an asset become held for sale, then India's 105 will be attracted. So right now, because you don't know India's 105, I'm not giving any explanation of India's 105. But once you know India's 105, you need to give reference of R, India's 105 in your solution. Correct? So refer India's 105. So when you come to this example number 10, that time at the time of revision, you know India's 105. So automatically you understand what I want to say. Automatically you will understand what I want to say. So I've just written refer India's 105. Got it? Yes, sir. Example number 11. The 10 example done. But I have some more example for you. Till now we have not taken any liability. Let us take some liability. Otherwise you'll think there is no liability. Means this index is not applicable for liability. There are some assumption which we take as a student. Correct. Let us take some liability. Now, on 31st March, there was some legal case pending. You will apply Ind AS 37. You will apply Ind AS 37 now. And as per Ind AS 37, you have recognized a provision. Already you have recognized a provision of 10 lakh. Provision for legal damages because there was a huge chances of losses. Means losing the case. Correct. In draft financial statement already you have applied Ind AS 37. Now before approval what happened? Date of approval. Case 1. Case was decided against the company and amount payable is equal to 12 lakh. Understood? The case was decided against the company. Now amount payable as per high court judgment or any court judgment is now 12 lakh. Compensation payable is 12 lakh. But the adjusting non adjusting. Dekho, now answer is coming now. Suddenly you are saying confidence came. Now confidence. Understood? Correct? Transformation. But this example you are doing for the first time. Huh? This was not done at CA inter level. Am I right or not? Correct? So CA final all examples you will give me the best answer, but doubt will come in basics only. Real account. Understood? Doubt eh? Of course we'll increase the that I don't know. Adjusting means we should increase the provision. I should write on that. Chalo. It means adjusting means what? Increase the provision. Amount is the payable after some time, na? But provision will remain provision. It will not become actual liability now. Actual liability will become after 31st March. Chronological order. Correct? So provision by 2 lakh. By 2 lakh. Case 2. Case was decided in favor of what? Company. Batao. Adjusting, non adjusting. In favor of company. Adjusting, non adjusting. Are in favor of company. Huh? Pakka. Now you'll not think whatever I am saying. Means even God will come now. You will not change your answer. If Lord Krishna is coming that you are wrong, you will say, no, sir, I am right. Applying your common sense. Adjusting na. You know the information before approval of finance statement, the no amount is payable. It means we need to change whatever we have done. Correct? Very good. Should I write on reverse provision? It means reverse the amount of provision. Case number 3. Similar case was decided in favor of company. This case not. Similar case was decided in favor of company. Favor of means similar case, not this case. In some other case decided in favor of the company. बताओ. Hmm? No. You can't say that. Can you say? No, you're getting some information. You are getting some new information now about a condition existing on. बोलना. So you should think about a new information now. Now once again you should reassess it. It depends upon reassessment now. So they can be two things. Still means I said initially what? Present obligation now. It is quite possible. Now it is still present obligation. Are you getting what I am saying? Then provision only, no changes required. But it might become possible obligation now. It become possible obligation now. I hope you are understanding. It now become possible obligation. Means even though similar case decided, but as per your opinion, it is still present obligation. Then to no adjustment required. But if you are saying now it become what possible obligation, the provision should be reversed and you should disclose it as what? Contingent liability. It become what? Adjusting event now. It's an adjusting event. Correct? And if you are saying no, remote obligation. Remote obligation. So now no treatment required. Reverse it. It is also adjusting event. You are saying remote obligation. So depending upon the circumstances. Depending upon the circumstances. Not able to understand? I am saying similar case was decided in favor of company. The favor of company, अरे यार, favor of company ना. Just try to understand. Suppose you are a CA student. Your friend pass in CA exam. You will get confidence. अरे, he can pass. I can also pass. Similar student pass in exam. अरे बोलना रे. But it does not mean you will pass. But you will get confidence or not. But suppose your friend fail. It does not mean you will fail. But can I say? You will think. बताओ. You will also become upset ना. अरे बोलना रे. So what happens in other life that affect you? That affect you or not? So similar case was decided. The new information obtained. It was a positive information only, na. So once again you do some assessment because it was an estimation, na. So some event occur after reporting date which provide evidence of the condition existing on balance. That is providing evidence. So it might happen present obligation remain present obligation. It might happen present obligation now become possible obligation. It might happen present obligation become what? Remote obligation. Depending upon the depending upon the opinion of lawyer. अरे बोलना रे. Information change ना. Are you getting what I am saying? So yes, you need to also react for that. So what I am saying, you need to understand what actually happened. This type of question they will not ask in exam. Believe me, they will never ask. Because this is totally practical case. Because if they want to create a question, they need to give entire information. So actually they will not create, but if they create, you should be able to answer it. You should be able to answer it. Got it? One second, one second. One second. I'm not understood. One second. The reassessment we do on 31st March. If I am saying as per India 37, but I am teaching you right now what? Whether this was not reassessment. Now I am applying what India 10. Now this is not reassessment. This is assessment only of this 31st March based on the evidence provided by what? Information before approval of financial statement. चलो ठीक है. Come to India 37. India 37 judgment. I said now that we'll discuss here. India is 37. Estimation are determined by management judgment. Correct? This point we have done now. अरे बोलना. It need to be supported by experience of, report of, and any additional evidence provided by event occurring after reporting date as per Ind AS 10. So now I am teaching Ind AS 10. So on 31st March you have done something, but some information came before approval of financial statement. It become an adjusting event or not? You need to adjust it or not? You need to react or not? So that reaction I am saying. So what I am saying here, the case was decided in favor of company, but can I say it is quite possible, even though it is decided in favor of company, but in your case there might be some difficulties. It might be there some difficulties. You can't say that it will always become adjusting event. You need to depends upon the opinion of an expert. The present obligation may remain present obligation. A present obligation may become possible obligation. A present obligation may become remote obligation. So remote in these two cases, so I will say reverse the provision na means become adjusting event. Or here, even though it become present obligation, the amount may require some changes. Amount may require some changes na means you need to re-estimation or not based on that case. Suppose you have said 10 lakh, how much compensation is 10 lakh, but as per this case, very lower compensation was payable. So I will say this is also adjusting event. Amount may require some changes. It is adjusting event only. Arre. I said this type of question they will not ask. Depends upon the real situation. The amount remains same, no adjusting. But can I say amount may also change or not? I already said this type of question they will not ask. I am giving you case based on practical example. Practical example में will you answer based on question given or based on information came? Understood? I don't know what information is coming from expert right now. Na? Understood? To become obligation, so I will say amount may be adjusted. May, I am writing may. चलेगा? May be adjusted. चलेगा now? Okay? May be adjusted. Now if similar questions come now, they will give some information about the similar case. They will give one more para as per expert. Now it become what this. They will give this thing. Don't worry. Correct? Have you understood? But have you understood the emotions of these three case? Case 1, case 2, case 3. I am dealing with all the situation to make you expert in this chapter. You think this chapter is nothing, but this chapter is actually very important for the preparation of financial statement. One of the very vital chapter for preparation of financial statement, which normally we overlook. In auditor, we don't care about this chapter. As an auditor, we just ignore it because we don't know the importance of this chapter. One simple information means the entire, it will affect entire SOPL. Correct? Have you understood? So I think I have taken lot of example. Can I take now one example? This was also a final level example only because this type of question you have not done CA inter. But can I take a true sense CA final question? True sense? Correct? Let's see now how many of you are giving correct answer. Example number 12. And if you are giving correct answer, means my job done. And still if you are giving wrong answer, more practice required. Correct? Understood? If you are giving wrong answer, don't think that I am a bad teacher. Huh? Correct? And it does not mean you are also bad student. Correct? Sometimes we take more time to understand anything. But we'll understand. Please give correct answer. Huh? Now it is in for my stake you need to give correct answer. What happened before 31st March? decided to close down a factory. But it is a question of what? It is a question of close down a factory bola, not entire entity. Restructuring going concern. I said a factory, not entity. Huh? A factory without लिख दूं without affecting going concern. A factory. I may have many factories ना. चलेगा? Okay. On this they decided. Before 31st March, resolution was passed. Where? In board of directors meeting. Correct? And in this, a detailed plan was made. An estimated restructuring cost was 10 crore. There was also estimated that this will be the restructuring cost. Understood? Correct? Now, before approval of financial statement, public announcement was made. Understood what I am saying? Public announcement was made to those affected by such plan. Have you understood this point? Correct? बताओ. On 31st March, whether you will recognize provision or will you not recognize provision. When you are saying recognize provision means adjusting event. When you are saying you will not recognize provision means non-adjusting event. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Means now directly linked with India's 37. If you have understood India's 37, then only you can answer. Huh? Adjusting, non-adjusting. How many are saying adjusting? How many are saying non-adjusting? And how many are saying, sir, either of these? Everyone need to answer, huh? Please. Everyone need to answer. I'll come and hold your hand and I will raise. Correct? Okay? Don't be silent, huh? Then what is the use of coming face to face class? If you want to be silent, I also look good in recorded classes. I'm giving you 1 minute, think, then answer. Okay? 1 minute I'll be in silent. Think. Don't discuss, but huh? Bolo. Adjusting, non-adjusting now. How many are saying adjusting? How many are saying non-adjusting? So I will come and hold your hands. Huh? So I will ask one more question. Okay, if you have doubt, don't raise your hand. Huh? Means when you are not raising hand means you have a doubt. I'm asking one more question. Okay? If you have no doubt, then raise your hand. If you know the answer, then react. Correct now. How many of you are male here? How many of you are male here? M-A-L-E, male. This is what doubtful, huh? Correct now. It means if you know, you need to react. Otherwise, what others will think. If you are not raising your hand, some wrong information you are giving to whom? Others, na? Correct? So it means your value is created with your involvement. With your involvement. If you are not participating, your value is decreasing. Your value is decreasing. And we are the person who can increase our value or decrease our value in the market. Understand what I am saying? Correct? Correct. I will not force much after some classes. Okay. However, most of you said correct answer. It is a non-adjusting event. Most of you have said correct answer. What India 37 says? Constructive obligation arises when both the conditions satisfied. When both the conditions, to बताओ whether there was a constructive obligation on 31st March. There was no condition only. So condition arises afterward. Constructive obligation arises afterward. 31st March. Therefore, it is what? Non-adjusting event. Non-adjusting event. Understood? This CA final level question. CA final. This type of question expect in CA final level. However, they ask simple question also. Understood? Correct? So with this, I have taken a lot of questions. Lot of question I have taken. But one more question I will ask. But this type of question normally they don't ask in exam. A practical question. Come to practical environment. Okay. Before you can ask me doubt. Then of course it is a on this only 31st month is a condition. Yes, both the condition na. You are saying both condition were on 31st March na. That only I have given. Resolution passed means what? I have said estimated restructuring cost. Detailed formal plan has been created. It means what? When I am estimated restructuring cost, it means what? Detailed formal plan is already made. Then only we'll estimate what restructuring cost now. So one indication I have given about first condition. So okay, first condition also not satisfied. Then also it is a non-adjusting event now. So your doubt is also not valid. It remains non-adjusting event only now. Both the condition need to be satisfied on or before 31st March. Then condition arises on 31st March. Correct? Correct? Correct. Now if I change this example, then I'll come back to this one more question because he asked me doubt now. The one more question was created in my mind. Suppose condition A and condition B both were satisfied यहाँ पर. Correct? So you have applied Ind AS 37 and you have created provision, already created provision 20 lakh. Already you created provision 20 lakh na? अरे बोलना रे. Now what happened? Actual closure happened. Actual event happened. And your actual cost is 18 lakh. बताओ, adjusting non adjusting. Similar question we have done under Ind AS 37 with application of what? Ind AS 10. That time you have given correct answer only because that was easy. That was a very simple question. Correct? So it is an adjusting event. So decrease the amount of provision. Decrease the amount of provision. Understood? Correct. Now one more question. This question was actually asked to me in one of the batch. I found this question interesting. They in every after that batch, in every subsequent batch, I used to ask this question in class to clear practical doubt. Nothing more than that. Apply your what? Common sense. Example number 13. Let's see how you are reacting. However, any student who have done articleship in a true sense, they will give correct answer only. Correct. What happened? A check was issued issued to a creditor before 31st March. So what journal entry will do? Creditor will decrease na. Creditor account debit to bank. This journal entry already you have done. But what happened? Before approval of financial statement, what happened? Batao? Or you understood what I am asking. This check was dishonored. Bolo yes or no? Adjusting, non-adjusting. Adjusting means you reverse that entry. Non-adjusting means you will not do anything. Adjusting means you reverse that entry. Huh? Non-adjusting means you will not do anything. Adjusting, non-adjusting. You reverse on 31st March only. When I am saying adjusting means adjusted in last financial means current financial year. This is our current financial year. Bolo. Huh? Non-adjusting? Anyone saying adjusting event? Why? Debtor or creditor? Creditor? 100% correct answer. 100% correct answer. 100%. Explanation is also perfect. Understood? Explanation is also perfect. One thing I will say, you will pakka become CA. Time you decide, huh? Everyone will become CA. Time we should decide when will become CA. Correct? Only time matters. Time matters. Correct? So can you say just try to check was dishonored. Check was dishonored. Your doubt will automatically over. Check was dishonored. So can I say this check was dishonored? Why? Because of insufficient balance? But it was the responsibility of management to maintain sufficient balance or not. If they are not maintaining sufficient balance, means intensely they have done that. Then to everyone will do like that. Just try to understand in a financial statement if I am showing less liability, it is good or not from our point of view. Then to what everyone will do, they will issue a check and then they will dishonor it. So it become an attractive financial statement. It become an attractive financial statement. Now, what I will do, I will give a check, I will reduce my liability, and then I will dishonor it. अरे बोलना रे, then the liability will never come in balance it only. No, no. Can I say this was the responsibility of management to maintain sufficient balance? So it means information was available on 31st March कि they are not maintaining what sufficient balance. So this will become what an adjusting event. This will become a adjusting event. So what information was available on 31st March to maintain sufficient balance? To maintain sufficient balance, that was the condition which were prevailing on what 31st March, and they are not maintaining. It gives a indication that there was no intention to decrease the liability. Understood? And therefore, it is an adjusting event. I say this is a practical question. Adjusting event. Understood? And adjusting means reverse the journal entry, na? Reverse this journal entry. Means you can't decrease your liability. You can't decrease your liability. Ha. Sometime what happen? If suppose 3 month is expired, 3 month of issuing the expired or check will become what? Check will become what? Stale. It is quite possible that creditor has not deposited that check into their bank account and the check becomes stale. In that case, it is an adjusting event only. Sorry, non-adjusting event only. Correct? If you want to write down. Case number 2. If check become what? Stale. Stale, you know, na? Then it is a non-adjusting event. Even though you are issuing a new check to that person, even though you are issuing a new check to that person, it is a non-adjusting event. You are not supposed to reverse that journal entry. Means entire thing depends upon the emotions. Means can I say if you are applying your common sense, you can give any answer. Got it? With this, I have completed many examples. Till now, the chapter is not completed. Again, I have taken for the ज़्यादा ही time. I become slow today. I don't know why I become slow. But चलो ठीक है. Someday we become slow. But let us now come. Examples of adjusting event. Most of the examples I have taken. Okay. Settlement of a court case after reporting date. I have taken one example. Settlement of a court case, case 1, case 2, case 3 I have taken. So settlement of court case will normally be what? Adjusting event. Whether favor or against. Bankruptcy of a customer that occur after reporting period. It may be also adjusting event. Correct? The sale of inventory after reporting period may give an evidence about NRB. This also I have given. These all examples are given under Ind AS 10 only. Means all example whatever I have given, that is as per Ind AS 10 examples. Correct? Correct. Point number C, you understood? Sale happen after reporting date. Adjusting event. Determination after reporting date the amount of profit sharing or bonus payment. Normally whatever we give bonus to directors or employee, so that bonus is based on the profit of the company, and profit is known only after approval only. So before approval we know the profit, of course the bonus become what? An adjusting event. The amount of bonus payable become what? An adjusting event. Of course the condition was there to pay bonus, but we don't know the amount of bonus because that depends upon the profit, and profit will be known only what? Once the financial statement is approved. Correct? The discovery of fraud or error that show that financial statement are incorrect. This I will take. I have not taken example because I mean, right now you don't know the meaning of what? Error. I can take example, but मजा नहीं आएगा because you don't know Ind AS 8. You don't know what is error right now. Correct? No, so automatically I will only come back to this example when I will do Ind AS 8 about fraud and error. Fraud and error. चलेगा? So I will link that time with Ind AS 10. With Ind AS 10. Refer, write down. You are writing now somewhere. Refer Ind AS 10. चलो we forgot to. चलो ठीक. Examples of non-adjusting event. Decline in the market value of investment. Subsequent decline in the market price of investment. Can you say that is a non-adjusting event? Because investment should be valued at fair value on reporting date. Subsequent changes in market price is not due to condition existing on balance sheet date. Major business combination. Any business combination after reporting date. Okay, it is not an adjusting event, na? Correct. Business combination means amalgamation, etc. Announcement of a plan to discontinue operation. This example I have taken. Announcement of a plan, public announcement or last example. Announcement of a plan to discontinue an operation. Correct? Understood? Non-adjusting event. Major purchase of asset. Can purchase of asset after reporting date is a what? Non-adjusting event. Even though it is a major purchase. Correct? Classification of non-current asset held for sale after reporting date. I have created one example, then I say refer Ind AS 105. So this point number E you will automatically understand when I will do what? Ind AS 105. Write down Ind AS 105. Ind AS 105. So wherever I am writing refer that Ind AS, automatically I will take some example when I will do that Ind AS. Changes in foreign exchange rate. Any changes in foreign exchange rate, that is also subsequent change due to some condition arising after reporting date. Major litigation after reporting date. Any litigation, any new litigation after reporting date. New litigation, no settlement. Any new litigation after reporting date. Okay, it is a what? Non-adjusting event. Correct. When I am saying non-adjusting event, it means will not. It does not mean will not pass journal entry forever. It will be adjusted when? In the next year. Got it? But not in the current financial year. Understood? Correct. Now there are three special cases. One is long-term loan, one is going concern, one is proposed dividend. Out of these three, two already you have done where? In CA Inter. Going concern and proposed dividend. There is one new point. What? Long-term loan. So if you give me 5 minutes extra, can I take going concern? Huh? Going concern? GC? GC. Same thing was discussed where? C enter. We are discussing what? Going concern. Means there is special case. Now you need to apply what? Whatever we have done till now. Correct now. This is special case. Some more clarification has been given. This is 31st March and this is what? Date of approval. A fire occurred. Fire occurred and use loss of 20 crore. Understood? Use loss of 20 crore. बताओ. Adjusting, non-adjusting. Non-adjusting means if nothing is given, non-adjusting. But if I change the example, now like this. Because of this use loss, GC means going concern become invalid, or if GC remain what? Valid. Means even though there is a loss, but it will not affect, it may not affect going concern. So if it does not affect going concern, then it is what? Non-adjusting event. For this, I think no special attention required. Are you able to understand? But if going concern affected, then what in their tenses? What AS4 used to say? You remember? AS4 used to say it become an adjusting event. Why? Why? AS4 used to say adjusting. In AS10 also say adjusting. But why? That is the accounting treatment. I'm asking why. That is the accounting treatment once you are not following going concern. I have said why it become adjusting event. Hmm? What? So here also it is a loss now. So what happen if going concern is affected? One by one. Hey, bro, please raise your hand. How can I listen everyone? I have only 2 years, huh? Then also one person at a time. If you want to answer, raise your hand. I will give time. Correct na? Only one teacher in India who listen everyone, huh? Correct? Your answer is completed or you are saying something more? Okay. What do you want to say? Same. But for this year, though, it was going concern only, na? It was going concern for this year, na? Means simple way. If you say one thing now, we provide true and fair information to the user of financial statement. Whatever you have said that was correct only, but one line you say now, I will not ask anything. Simple. Itna bada explanation you are giving to me. There is no need. Sir, we are here to give true and fair information. Now we have decided we are discontinuing. So let us give that information because their decision is based on what? financial statement, just try to understand. If suppose in this year we have made 1000 crore profit, so this profit is a huge profit, but can I say we have decided to discontinue? So that information is required or not? We have decided to discontinue. Now we are saying that we may discontinue. So that information should be given to the user of financial statement even though you are going concern in the current financial year. Correct? So based on that, what Ind AS 10 says that Ind AS 10 has not said it is an adjusting event. What they are saying ki now financial statement should be prepared by financial statements should be prepared by fundamental changes by making right by making fundamental changes in the basis of accounting. Fundament, fundamental changes in the basis of accounting means they have not said we need to adjust, we need to change the entire financial statement, means entire financial statement redrafted by making fundamental changes in the basis of accounting. Means when I am saying going concern, so we are preparing financial statement by assuming going concern. So if you assume it is non-going concern, now Ind AS is not no Ind AS is applicable. Means Ind AS 16 is not applicable, Ind AS 2 is not applicable, Ind AS 37 is not applicable, no Ind AS will be applicable. Now we need to make a fundamental changes in the basis of accounting. Are you getting what I am saying? It means financial statement will be prepared on non-GC basis. So whenever we say non-GC basis means what? Assets and liability will be recorded at what? Will be recorded at realizable value. Have you understood this point? Correct? Have you understood this point? Correct. Means suppose questions come in exam and question is silent about going concern, what you will do? No, 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 no. Then give both the answer. How can you assume by your own? You are deciding with a law that entity decided to discontinue. How can you decide by your own? Question is silent na. I will say best answer is what? If going concern is affected, this is the answer. If going concern is not affected, this is the answer. Simple. Smart answer. Smart answer. Understood? But I think it is easy. No explanation required because already covered where? In AS4. I think no explanation required. Correct? Correct. Now, how to change the financial statement? One question will take somewhere else, not here. How to redraft the balance sheet will take one question, but not now. Understood what I am saying? So what they have given, let us read. Entity shall not prepare a financial statement as per going concern if it intend to liquidate or ceases trading or has no realistic alternative but to liquidate. Means if there is an intention to liquidate, we become non-going concern even though we have not liquidated. So when we have an intention to liquidate, actual liquidation may be after 5 years, but we have an intention to liquidate, we become non-going concern. We have an intention to cease trading, we become non-going concern. We have no other option but to liquidate, we become non-going concern. For example, we are a profit-making company, but government put restriction in our industry. For example, plastic industry. We are a profit making company, but government put now restriction on plastic industry. So can you say we have no other option but to liquidate? It means we become non-going concern. We become non-going concern. If going concern assumption is not appropriate, that is become invalid after reporting date, Ind AS 10 require a fundamental, the keyword is what? Fundamental changes in the basis of accounting rather than adjustment to financial statement. AS4 use the term adjustment to financial statement, but now Ind AS 10 use which term? Fundamental changes in the basis of accounting. This is a key term you have to use in your exam answer. Fundamental changes in the basis of accounting. However, even though there was difference in terms, accounting was same. Treatment was same. Ind AS 1 require following disclosure. The disclosure is required as per Ind AS 1. Ind AS 1 require disclosure if financial statement are not prepared on going concern basis. So whenever financial statement is not prepared based on going concern basis, so Ind AS 1 says three disclosures are required. Keep fact, disclose the fact that you are a non-going concern now. Basis of preparing financial statement, on what basis you are preparing financial statement, because your entire accounting policy will change now, so that basis you need to give, and reason why the entity is not regarded as what, reason also give the reason why you become non-going concern, that reason you need to give. But this disclosure is not as per Ind AS 10, this disclosure is as per Ind AS 1 link. I am linking every Ind AS with one Ind AS, correct? Understood? So if the questions come and if you write down disclosure as per Ind AS 1, can you say impression is created? Correct? Your answer become best answer. Your answer become best answer. Correct? So this too I hope you have understood. Even after reporting date, if the going concern is not valid, adjusting event, fundamental changes the basis of account required, disclosure required as per Ind AS 1. If going concern remain valid, non-adjusting event, however, disclosure required if the amount of loss is material. This disclosure as per what? This disclosure as per Ind AS Act 10. For non-adjusting event, the Ind AS 10 says the disclosure required if the amount of loss is material. Understood? I hope you have understood. Going concern. Okay. Two more points are left that will complete tomorrow. Intention was to complete today only, but chalo theek hai. Okay, but I hope whatever we have done, you have understood. What you do, just go through entire example once again. Think once again. Think once again. If any doubt, we'll come back in the next class. Thank you very much for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.